Hello everyone, Jill Dupree here again. I'm hoping you're watching my video channel because I've just begun it and it's so exciting. But I want to tell you today about why you need to be patient. Patience in life and patience in business. And I want to tell you a little story about patience. I don't know if you learned it as a child, but I did. It went, patience is a virtue, virtue is a grace, and grace is a little girl who wouldn't wash her face. Now, I was told that many times by my mom and dad. And when we were little, we grew up in Rhodesia, which is now Zimbabwe. And my dad, both my mom and dad were avid gardeners. My mom had the front garden and my dad the back, because never the twain should meet. My dad he grew everything in a straight row, and everything had to be perfect. My mother was a gardener, a very creative gardener, and she would have beautiful, beautiful plants everywhere, and it didn't matter that they weren't in a straight row. But Dad, he would go and interfere in Mom's garden, and he would pull up the plants that she'd planted and rearrange them into these rows. And I tell you, it caused so many fights. And so that's why they eventually decided Mom's garden was the front and Dad's was the back. And he had the most beautiful, beautiful vegetable garden and fruit garden that I've ever seen. It was perfect. Everything grew absolutely straight and everything grew perfectly. But when we were little, he taught us about plants and how you had to have patience when you plant a seed, to wait for it to come up. We used to go every morning, or when we came home from school, and we'd look at the ground to see if anything had happened. You know, if the seeds were coming through, like carrots. Oh, carrot seeds coming through the ground, so beautiful. The little fluffy bits of green coming out of the, oh, it was so exciting. But he also taught us the different plants we could grow. You know, the vines, like having a loofah vine. Now, I don't know if all of you know about a loofah vine, but it's probably got a different name, but a loofah is a plant that looks almost like a very long zucchini, you know, but when it's ready, the skin all peels off and you're left with this wonderful thing that looks like a sponge, but it has thousands of seeds inside, which you can use for further growth, obviously, which is what you want in a plant. But that is, the loofah itself is used for washing yourself, scrubbing your dirty feet after you've been playing in the mud and playing cars with your brother, or climbing trees, or doing all the lovely things that children are able to do. You know, you need to have the patience in the evening to wash everything off, and the loofah really is good. Now, when you start a business, it's exactly the same. You need to learn what things grow what. You need to know that if you do this, it's going to lead to that, and you're going to get to that step. And so you follow the steps of how a business grows. And if you're following the steps correctly and you're doing the work that you need to put into it, you're going to grow a really successful business. And hopefully, if you're doing it online, look, you can do an offline business and you do it exactly the same way. You learn, you develop new items or garments. If you're going into the sewing environment, you learn to expand your business, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to expand your client base. You're going to look after those customers. You're going to see that they want to buy from you in future. So you're going to do that, and it's exactly what you do in the online world. You actually grow a tribe. You by getting people to subscribe to what you're writing about. If you're writing about gardening or art or sewing, you need people who are following your blogs to subscribe to, and offer them things. Offer them a PDF about a sewing, a challenge they might be having in sewing. Give them advice. Give them tips on sewing or gardening or whatever one you're wanting to do, and lead them up a ladder of growth so that they know how far they can go in either an online business or a gardening business, or how to get onto with their sewing, and tips that will help them. And this is exactly what you do on online business. You learn as much as you can teach as much as you can, and just go for it. And please, please subscribe to my own channel.